A major change is coming next year as police departments across St. Joseph County will be responsible for investigating all of their own violent crimes. That's a big change from the current system where two joint units made up of officers from all of the departments investigate homicides and special victims cases. WSBT 22's Max Lewis is live outside Metro Homicide headquarters. Max, both the homicide and special victims units have been around for decades.
That's right, about 30 years, Todd. Metro Homicide was started in 1993, and the Special Victims Unit came about 10 years later. Both of them were run by the St. Joseph County Prosecutor's Office, but both of them will also be going away starting next year after negotiations between the Prosecutor's Office and the Police Department broke down this week. Now, SBPD currently provides 8 officers as well as funding for 3 officers that are then hired by the Prosecutor's Office. The department has been vocal about their staffing issues, and they're currently down 23 officers from where they should be, with some expected retirements at the start of next year. They felt they couldn't afford to supply 8 officers anymore, but they say they still offered to keep providing funding for the total 11 officers, just not the manpower. Now, Prosecutor Ken Cotter said in a statement last night, quote, "I am saddened that out of the department of over 200 sworn officers, the city of South Bend will not remain within the multidisciplinary framework and assign 8 sworn officers." But the mayor said the prosecutor's office wouldn't accept any alternatives.
Did all the parties involved come to the table willing to give concessions?
Yeah, I mean, the city of South Bend contributes the largest share of officers to these units, and so, but it is led by the prosecutor's office, and we had a good dialogue, and we talked it through, and we had to make sure that, you know, none of the other options that the team came up with were workable. And once we got that confirmation, we had to make this difficult choice.
Now, all of this clearly raised a lot of questions for Prosecutor Ken Cotter. We tried to ask him those today, but he declined all of our interview requests. The South Bend Police Department, along with the St. Joseph County Police Department and the Mishawaka Police Department, all told us today that they believe that they will be able to investigate their own crimes. Mayor James Mueller told us earlier that he will actively, or really ramp up, I should say, the recruiting efforts for the police department in order to get the department's numbers up, and leaves open the possibility that they would rejoin the Homicide or Special Victims Unit sometime in the future. Live at Metro Homicide, I'm Max Lewis, WSBT 22 News.